that came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I took no risks. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crap.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they match up with the second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year, the man out of TCU.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining in.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that's complete. It's great here.
There we go.
And all the 24-yard line. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field.
Game I played, I was playing the Steelers. I definitely underestimated.
We'll step aside.
By like middle of the second quarter, they had 10 points, and I was like, shit. But it's okay, I beat them. 42-10.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good, but this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Passing. It's Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
What's going on, Cookie?
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
It kind of sucks that dark side.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh,
still
keep
on
going.
His feet.
It's
a foot race. He's at the 30.
My house.
10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
That was a hell of a touchdown. 106 yards.
It's a 106-yard return.
Better share those
and
cookies.
The Ravens have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
I don't need the offense.
I see your
just
3
ran
points
and
raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and
there ain't
good
no
to make
maybe.
it
If you got cookies, you gotta share.
What an absolutely electric
So how many
return.
followers you got now,
from end zone to end zone.
Oh, I guess so.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
I had asked him just a question.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that.
Nice, 118.
That weren't happy
That's
with
not
that
bad
field
at all,
goal.
damn.
I haven't met a fan base yet.
That sure
that wants
beats my
to drive
23
down
on
the
YouTube.
kick Other than the extra point. That's it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now.
Yeah, that's
first
exactly
and
what I was
10 at their own 28-yard line. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play call.
I really do
You're
appreciate
filing
you
that
guys
away right
joining
now,
in there.
aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to
I
find
know
that
it's only 2 people
opportunity
watching.
later on
Hey,
when you
you
can
gotta
play
start somewhere, I
action
guess.
or stick something to them between the second and the third.
I was
level.
honestly going to give up on it.
Well, I know it
feel
goes
like
against
it
the
never
instincts of the person
inspired me a
catching the
little
ball
bit.
because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been
Now,
better.
see, that
End
just
up
sounds
losing
creepy.
yardage,
He
even
has
though
a
they
dark
completed the
side.
pass.
Good as a
So you're
sound.
just in
Yeah,
there
how
in the dark
about that?
rookies that just...
Although they won't get the same
makes you
credit
seem
for
weird.
it, and it won't help with that contract time.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He gets this in the hands
So I
of
don't know if you
Nixon.
guys saw in
And
the
a good
news,
job
I don't
on the
know exactly
tackle
which
there as
state
they
it
get
was,
him
but
down
some
shy
dude
of
was
the
on
first on the
methamphetamine
35-yard
and
strike.
fought off 15
I know most of
police
the time when
officers
the
while
ball's in the air,
masturbating
you're
at the
thinking
same
wide
time.
receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any
You know, I
passing
can't make
offense
that shit up.
nowadays.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. And he gets this away.
WTF is kind of right.
This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens, led by the leading rusher amongst quarterbacks in 2018. In his second season now, Lamar Jackson.
God, I hope not.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 20.
He's not going to give me.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them.
Oh,
I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible.
That was dumb.
Ended up having a pretty decent ball game.
That's
If
all
I
right. I'll
missed
bounce
it,
back.
it would have been a
different story.
long night.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score.
And they're still
EA
following you, though.
Sports.
That's good, though. You're doing something right. You know, honestly, my wife keeps telling me I should try Twitch since YouTube's not really cutting
On
it for me
second down now,
with followers and
it's
stuff.
Dixon. And across
Damn, now they
midfield he
brought me
goes and into Bengal territory. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
He finds Roberts, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth
Is it?
His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Nice.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
Once I get my computer, I can set my PlayStation up there, do Facebook. Maybe that might be a better outlet for me. Or Instagram.
After the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
14-3. I'll take that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
True. There's a lot more people on Facebook every day than there is like Twitch or YouTube.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
On the app.
Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon.
Oh. What the hell?
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 24.
That was bullshit.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
Oh, he's one of the fastest, huh?
Yeah, there was no fit there.
I'll remember that next time
was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
I thought that was holding on the offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon.
Yeah.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
I'm going to be honest, I kept
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Successful one that I have.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long.
That's fine.
Dalton dial out.
I still appreciate you joining me.
That is incomplete. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando.
They're going to try to go
have
for
stats and scores from the other games going on here around the NFL. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a a little over, and it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
How the hell did you break your futon?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice.
Nice big gain there from
I'm coming in for another score.
First-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After review of the play,
this challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a draw play with Dixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's the big fellas at home right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Jackson to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown.
I got it.
And that is incomplete.
No.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Still caught it, though.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense,
you ain't got me.
He will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Hell yeah.
Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad.
The only thing he took out was
they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
And it's good. 21-3.
So the drive
46
there took
seconds
6
left
plays.
in the half.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make. And they can make big ones.
He couldn't handle the pressure.
They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. One target, no catches. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I don't know if it does. I don't think it's only on the line.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Set up an account, just like call it.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
13 seconds and it's 4th and 6. What are they going to do? What are you going to do?
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones.
Oh, they took me out.
12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe.
Oh, they took me
might
down.
actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where
Definitely a
Jonathan
one-sided
Coachman
game.
has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to...
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Halftime's quickly over.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. This one taken from the 7.
Oh, get off me.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Had he not grabbed me, I'd have had another touchdown there.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Dixon.
Oh, they took
able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Fights free yet again. Legs still churning.
I'm going. Still going.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown
what do you think the final score
of the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I'm like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
I'm at 28, so I'm more than halfway there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the
get out of here.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Yeah, you do that, robot.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Woo is right.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action now. Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
22 yards there, a first down.
Keep throwing to the same guy. It's like he's the only one that can catch him.
Versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed passing route. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Again, it's Mixon. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Didn't get the first down either.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
Oh, that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They just said the end of the 2nd quarter.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
4th quarter, that was the end of the 3rd. What kind of cheap
This
shot
will
was
sail
that?
out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
I got this one.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Again, they'll run with Ingram.
Oh,
and
shit.
He'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer.
Now he's hit and
hell yeah.
the football.
Oh. They recovered it, though. I don't know what the hell's with me running down to the corner of the screen.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Dalton on the draw to mix him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going.
There goes Mark Ingram.
Beautiful.
The 30, the 20, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
No, you don't.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton, he's got Green.
And
he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Andy Dalton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's
close,
first and 10.
Cigar.
Here's Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He finds his running back, Mixon. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Finding Green complete. And brought down, but not
they're
before
getting
they
closer.
get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I'm still ahead, though.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Oh, nope, that's the end of the game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just
surprised they didn't use any
put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept
Guess
them,
they just
won't they?
didn't
It
care
makes
about
their
losing.
job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.
Well, thank you for joining in.
And they'll get a
I really
chance to redeem
appreciate it.
themselves
I actually
at home
might go live
next
again
week.
here, do another game in about 20 minutes or so.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Roll some cigarettes,
Alongside
maybe
Charles
grab some
Davis,
snack
we
on.
thank our entire crew.
If I don't do
I'm
it again
Brandon
tonight, I'll
Gaudin.
probably do it
This
again
is the
tomorrow, but I appreciate
NFL
y'all
on
doing
EA
it.
Sports.
Until next time.